University Place, Washington. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, it's almost like a nature walk out there. It's built amongst these wonderful sand dunes. As far as trees are concerned, there's only one really that comes into play. The rest are all in the distance, so you feel very much at one with the elements. It's kind of nice, actually, just going for a little stroll out there like that. Refreshing.
So we're ready to get the round going here at Chambers Bay, and we'll begin, Frank, at the first with a par 4.
496 yards, obviously that'll stretch anybody out there. That bunker down the right is very much in play. The fairway does narrow out too, just short of that. So this really is going to require one of your best tee shots. Semi-blind second shot, a relatively big green.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. It's going to hurt the course.
That's a poor putt to start.
Wicked, to say the least.
This would give him a bogey. So with that, 1 over par. Now at the second and a medium-length par 4, Frank.
Yeah, a slight dogleg to the left, rather long, skinny green here, well bunkered all the way down the left side. Really anything down the right and the natural contours of the land should kick that ball a little to the left.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Rory McIlroy looking to take advantage with this putt. You know his head is in a good place. You make the disappointing bogey at the first, put it behind you, come right back and make birdie at the second. Well done. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Locked in on the read and the speed. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but...
So a tester from 4 feet. Still even par for the day. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right, and there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall.
Can we get a measure on that one? That's enormous.
Frank, what do we have with the approach shot here at the 5th?
Just got to be cognizant of that bunker. That's you can see it there. That's just central front of this green. You've either got to go around it, or if you're good enough, then you go straight over it. But you've got to have a ton of spin on the second shot.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know, it might just go in. Oh, painful lip out. That is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. Just a shade over par, +1. Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4, though, at 495.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
The 180-yard shot, his second. Oh, what an incredible shot. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Solid play, heart of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole.
Even par currently.
Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
He has to make this for a double bogey. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Frank, the approach shot here at the 8th, and what's a player looking at?
You've got no bunkers really to worry about, but obviously a lot of undulation. You can see there that if you use the contours, that ball's going to kick around a little bit. Relatively narrow, but this is not a problem. You can go in here low or high.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Oh my goodness, he just missed that. And that was almost tap-in distance. Right off the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
Just a little tap-in here. Been a rocky road to this point. 4 over par on the round. Rounding out the front side here at Chambers Bay with a par 3, the 9th.
Well, the tee is nearly 100 feet above the level of the green, so you can see everything. This is one of the best views on the golf course. A fairly lengthy par 3. Obviously, it's stout, just over 200 yards, but you can see the green off that elevated tee, and this requires your best shot.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Miss hit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Settles in over the putt. Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
He's made it. He struggled on the front, but a chance to regroup here on the inward half, Frank.
Well, if you look at a round of golf and you made a couple of double bogeys on the first or you made a couple of double bogeys on the end, it would still add up. Now, let's hope that the back 9 is all gravy.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a 2-putt, well done.
Always take that. Good par putt right there. Getting set to tee off at the 11th hole, long par 4, 537 yards. Frank, how do you play this hole with a bazooka?